Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Now I'm going to show you something just like a bit of fun, but at the same time being serious as well. Now I was just looking through bits and pieces and I came across this here. This is from F&F. It's called Block 30 Sand Olive. It's a kind of like a 15mm. It's a Fritz, quite heavy. So obviously it's something I would use in sand eel pattern or even small fry or obviously shrimp pattern or something, because in the colour, I love the colour. It just it's the type of colour, like when I see a colour like this I think of MayFly. It's done, it's really nice, soft colour. Now I've had this I don't know how long I've had it, a wee while, and I hadn't the chance to use it, and so obviously I have a quick look. It's nice and light. It's soft. It's very different from say a blob Fritz. It just feels different. I'm not sure if you know, but if you set a gink up or make a Fritz, you can make them float really, really well. So why not try some out the box using a material it's not meant for? And so what I did was I sat down and because the colour, tyed a MayFly. This is it here, this is what I did with it, and looks, the colours are great. I'd put money on catching on this. I would, especially when the MayFly are coming off, the large MayFly, especially you get in Ireland. And I thought, well look, it's like the way I think when I'm tying or looking at flies. I always think, it's not, I mean, you don't always get it right, and at the end of the day this might not even catch the cold, but I'd be happy to try this and I'm sure it would catch. So it's just, if you've got materials in your fly tying kit and you've got, just think something different, and it's amazing the type of fly you come up with. Now I'm going to zoom in a wee bit closer so you can see the fly. Hook choice is up to yourself. I'm using actually quite a heavy hook. I'm using this one. It's a competition heavyweight. It's the black nickel. You could easily use like a standard shank hook, like an all-purpose medium, say size 10, which would be probably, if you were going straight on dry fly, it may be the better one. But if you actually fancy tying it on this black nickel, thread colour to go with the rest of the fly, it's a Lt-Cahill, and this is an 8.0. So first thing I'm going to do is put the tail on. So I'm going to run it down the back of the hook, or in line with the, basically when you let the thread go, it's in line with the barb. Now I'm going to strengthen the tail up a wee bit. I'm using Pheasant tail dyed olive. It's got a wee light olive on it. Just going to put some similar colour to it's a cape I've got here. It's very similar colour to the Fritz. So I'm using the Hackle Fibres just to help strengthen the tail up, hold the pheasant tail and make it last a wee bit longer, because it does wear pheasant tail fibre, but it looks great in the fly. So we're going about maybe 5 to 6 fibres, just lay it on top of the fibres, the cock pheasant, the cock hackle fibres, sorry. Trim this the length of the body and basically the wing. I pinch my thread up through just to catch it in. Start to work my way back. Now I have a piece of the Fritz on my desk. Now what I normally like to do is just melt the bottom end. Look at the flow of the Fritz first. If it's laying that way, that kind of down the way, that's where I like to see it. It's going to bear some of the core. And the way down I'm going to catch it in. This point here. Now I'm going to actually start off, I'm going to taper it a wee bit, just trim it so I can show the back of the body. So the taper, it helps a wee bit. So I'm just going to trim some of this here. Take your thread up, and then don't want to be touching turns with this, you want to work your way up. So get a turn at the back, just wind up, spread like a rib, just ribbing the body. Well, a good straight turn at the top, And then what I like to do here is just take your time, draw back the fibre so you can reveal the core, so you can get you want to get your thread turned right into the core of the Fritz so that there's less bulk. So once you do that, just catch it in, just make sure I'm doing that. Coming in with the inside of my scissors, trim it. Just don't use the tips for cutting Fritz, especially your good scissors. Just going to bring out 1 or 2 fibres I've got. I've got this one here, I don't know if you can see it, but just pop it out. What a difference that made. And then just tidy this head area up. Now I'm going to wind a hackle there, so I'm just going to bring my thread up. The hackle I'm using, believe it or not, it's off a saddle. Same colour, believe it or not. It's a colour, as I say, I like to use this in a lot of mayflies and olives and such like. I'm using one of the big feathers, big heavy marked feathers in this saddle. And they're quite long, so I've got one here. One that's slightly longer than, if you can, the actual Fritz, and the Fritz is 15mm. So then we've got the softer part of this hackle here, which gives a better impression. You want this nice mark on it. Grizzle gives you that. You could use other feathers. I mean, there's other feathers you could use. You could even use French partridge if you want it. I'm just gonna. You could tie it as a wet fly if you want, but as I say, Fritz actually floats really well if you use your floatant on it. Now I'm just going to form the head using the thread. Ping this off if I can. Cool. And hit finish. Just hold back anything that's going forward. It's nice and tight. So what I'm going to do now is too much. It's too thick. It's a lot of material there. So we're going to thin it down. Just make sure it's coming straight out from where it's been tied in, straight out from the shank. There's plenty of material there. So first thing I'm going to do is trim underneath. I'm going to trim it at a taper towards the back. Take away what we don't need. Checking what it looks like, that's fine. And then for the wing, just bring this up. Just you can basically press it with your fingers to spread it. You can see how straight it is. Now you want to. I usually bring my fingers up and then use the curve of my fingers to get the shape. Run it towards the back of the hook. When I do this style of fly using CDC, I do lots of flies like this in this way, and see what that's like. There we are. Quick look. It's not too bad. That would do it. I mean, what you don't see is what I can see. I'm just going to lift this up a wee bit. Just taking it forward here so I can get a wee bit more of a taper on the top side. Now, as I say, what I can see more than you can't see in the camera is the profile of the fly. You hold this up to the natural light, you'll see the wing light shape. And the thing I do like about this is how light the fibre is. And I wouldn't say, as I say, it's kind of straw-like in a way, but very light straw-like. and just like dry, very dry, which is, well, it certainly gives me the impression it could easily be used to float the fly. It'll float well. Just looking at my shape. Just make sure there's a balance. There we are. So there we are, folks, something a wee bit different. So I'll zoom back a wee bit closer so you can see a wee bit better. It's a nice mix. A couple of wee trims here and there I need to do just to get that nice shape. Profile on the fly is very important. Like if I hold this up to the light, always you'll get that shape of the wing, what you see in the natural. You can see through the fibre, you can see the shape of the body. Again, that works. So anyway, there, folks, that's it. As I say, all I have to do, a wee touch of varnish. Normally I would varnish with a whip finish, but I forgot to do it. Anyway, you can do it this way as well. And just make sure the eye's clean. I always like to clean the hook as well. There we are. And that's, what's it called? The Sand Olive MayFly. It's a block 30. So there's the material there. Oops. Anyway, it's just a bit of fun. If you've got something similar, it's worth doing. I used to rib a lot of flies with a micro Fritz, just to put a wee touch through. If I'd wind a hackle down and rib it with a micro Fritz. I know they work extremely well, especially in dabblers. So again, that's one of the reasons as well. I'm quite happy to try it like this. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And again, thanks for watching.